So, a quick recap. I had been diagnosed DID, dissociative identity disorder, once known as multiple personalities, and I am talking about my journey towards wholeness, towards integration, and I'm just sharing it here, hoping to give hope to someone else and let you know you're not alone. Last thing that happens, I was at my coworker's house. They were taking me to the neurologists all the time, and their boyfriend came out about midnight and said, "You're gone in the morning." I literally wanted to grab the few things I had, get in my car and take off, but I was terrified to spend the night in my car outside. So I waited till really early in the morning, and I got up and I got out of their house before they woke up, and I went back to the house that I had rented a room from, and I was able to go there and stay there. I made my last trip to the neurologists, and I sat in the neurologist's office, and they said, "Well, we can try this drug for the next 3 weeks, and if that doesn't work, we've got another drug we'll try for 3 or 4 weeks. And if that one, there should be a new drug coming out in January, and then we can give you that." And they literally had the next 3 or 4 months of my life worked out on medication that they were going to have me try to see if any of it could help. And I was done. I was done. And I just said, no, I'm done. Goodbye. And I got up out of the neurologist's office and I left. And I spent the next 2 weeks going through withdrawals from the doctor prescribed medications. They weren't working anyway. They all had horrible side effects. So I just stopped them. And it was hard, the chills and the aches and I got through that. And then it was, you need to go back to work. I had used up all my vacation time and my job at the preschool. They notified me, either come back to work or we're going to have to replace you. So I did what I had to do. I had to survive. I just had myself. So I pulled myself together, headache or not. And you just I learned to function with it. You just had to. And I went back to the office and I went back to working with the preschoolers, and it was great. I could sit on the floor and play with the kids and teach them. They were young, 3-4 years old. The hardest time I had was when I had to stand up and talk to their parents. And as long as I was near a wall or near a fence, I was okay, because I had to hold on to the wall. Because what would happen when things would get dizzy, my vision would go like this and it would just disappear. And if I wasn't holding on to something, I had fallen over and passed out a few times. But as long as I was sitting down or I was near a wall, I could hold on. And even if my vision disappeared, I could have a conversation with the parent and they would never know that I couldn't see them any longer. But I just pretended I could, and I would hold on to the wall for a few minutes until it would pass. My vision would return, and then yeah, it was pretty scary. I was never in a room alone with kids. We always had aides, so it wasn't like I put the kids at danger or anything. It was just a matter of me trying to function and me trying to make a living, even though I was in a lot of pain. But I knew if doctors weren't the answer, if medication wasn't helping me, something had to help me. So I figured, all right, maybe I'll go find a counselor. And I went back to the church where I knew people. And I talked to the pastor and I said, "Can you please tell me where I could go see a professional counselor? I really think I need to talk to them about some things that are going on, some memories I'm having and some things." And the pastor said, "No, there is a lady in our church who does all of the counseling for all the women in our church, so I will send you to her." And he said, "No, I really want a professional counselor. Can you please just tell me where I can go? I want to go see a professional counselor, please." And they said, nope, everyone sees this lady. You need to go see this lady. Okay. I finally went, all right, I'm desperate. I'm desperate to talk to somebody who will help me with what's going on with me. So I made an appointment to talk to her, and I went to see her. Sweet, kind lady. And she gave me an assignment, write out everything I knew that I'd been through or going through, and to come back and read it to her. So I went off that week and I wrote down everything, some of the things I shared with you, the cops coming at 2 in the morning, the car blowing up, all the things I knew some of the flashback and memories I was having with the knives and the blood, and I have no idea what those have anything to do with at this point, and some of the memories I had in the chapel. And so I wrote everything down, and I went back to see her, and I was a nervous wreck. And she asked me to read the list of the things, and so I read them off to her, and when I finished, she looked at me and she goes, "I'm sorry, I'm not able to help you." What? And she goes, I'm going to have to refer you to someone else. I'm not able to help you. And I'm like, I asked the pastor to give me a professional person outside the church to talk to, and he said I had to talk to you. And of course, I didn't say that out loud. I said it in my head, but I was just like, really? Now you're rejecting me? I was told I had to talk to you. I talked to you, and now you're turning me away? Oh, talk about the feelings on the inside. But she goes, here's the name of a center. Here's the the main office person. Call them up and see if they will see you. And that is how she left me. Feeling just all kinds of, I don't know. So, yep. I went out and made a phone call to make an appointment. More to come. Thanks for listening.